Okay, let's do this. Let's get to day 6. What could go wrong? Let's double check real quick. I did everything right. Things are looking done-ish. There's a slightly weird day because it is also the first day again that we did. So there's like weird vestigial quests hinting at the original version of the day that are a little confusing, but I think we did it. I think we're ready to go to day 6. And use a tiny sliver of amalgam. I'm really surprised how little amalgam we use. Maybe they're just expecting us to die way more. Oh no. Is this my assistant? Chief! Thank God you're alright. They wouldn't let us see you for so long.
Suspect Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor. You have 2 minutes to talk. Do you know this woman?
I think there might be some issues with the Capitol. They seem a little, terrifying. Of course you did. Why did you bring her here? I'm the only defendant in this case. They didn't bring me here, Chief. They let me see you because I demanded it myself. If there really are no charges brought against you, I order you to leave this place in 2 minutes and never come back. Maybe even leave the city. You just up and disappeared. Heard they brought you in for a chat. Do you even understand how long this chat has been going on for? I filed complaints with a couple offices, but of course they went nowhere, so I've come to see you myself, and I won't leave until I'm certain you're being treated properly. You'd have been better off getting the Thanatica archive and taking it far away. What's the point of all this fuss? The main Thanatica archive is in your head, Chief. We can't lose it. I won't have it. Unfortunately, that is true. Listen, Daniil. Walls can be rebuilt. Experiments can be redone. Samples collected again, but your mind? You weren't yourself when you came back from the Gorkon. It's like you became a different person. Look at me. I need you to walk out of here as the man you were before you left for that trip. That's not doable. You cannot begin to understand what I've been through.
All right, Citizen Loviskaya. You wanted to make sure your father is alive and well? As you can see, we have not laid a finger on him. But discussing business with him, no, that's forbidden. That wasn't part of our agreement. Wrap it up.
Father, Seraphim, I'm only 5 years older than you. So I was thinking, I'm like, isn't the Bachelor in his mid-20s? And she's clearly also, like, some sort of doctorate student-looking person. Father? Oh, right. Thank you for coming to see me, my darling daughter. I'm doing fine. Now be a dear and leave, both this place and this city. You're the founding father of Thanatica. They've accused me of failing to save the town. But my real crime is wanting to disrupt the order of things. Somehow, the powers that be really need people to keep dying. Damn it all, Chief. Tell them whatever they want to hear if you must. They don't care what really happened out on the Gorkon. But no matter what you do, you have to be yourself when you walk out of here, got it? Your own self. You keep saying that, as if I could walk out as you, Platon, or the Inspector. Huh. I guess that makes sense, but it really threw me. That threw me hard. There's nothing here at all, because it's actually the future. It took until now, but this is the first time we've ever been in the future before. That's kind of a soft tutorialization of some of the stuff too, in a way. Is that since we skipped to day 5 immediately, we've always had hints about what happened in the past, and so we always had a starting point. Now there's nothing. Arguably there's not nothing though. Like for example, I think 2 days ago Georgie said come see me in 2 days. So that should be now. That should probably be showing up here, but this is also the version of the one where you choose to reset things maybe. So I think when I hit the journal entry thing at the start, once the day actually starts, I think that there will be things already there. Day 6. Which is not the end yet. I was gonna say it's like we're halfway there already, but first of all, we haven't played day 6 yet of 12. But also we haven't played day 1 yet, so there's a fair bit to go. Yep, Georgie scheduled another meeting with me, so yeah, there are things on the map. And yep, there's Georgie. I correctly identified the exact thing that would be in the quest log, actually. The patients don't show up right away, strangely. So now there's 2 districts that are angry and rage-filled and violent. Although I've never taken damage in one of them yet, have I? So maybe those are more safe than the plague districts, technically. And we're back to having 2 plague districts and the patients. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know how many quests there are on the map yet. I do know that I have a reason to buy glass, so I should look into that. And I want to collect some supplies just so I can successfully do the diagnose, explore those spots without being in danger in the process. Can't talk to him yet. I don't know how much you did talk to that guy. Maybe he's just meant to be suggested to be the guy who's implementing whatever I do on the screen, and not really that much of an NPC I talk to that often. I do wonder if when and how do I get the 4th row to implement more things per day, and how do I get more patrolmen, since that seems to be an option also. More patrolmen and orderlies. I've really reduced this thing, but day 7 it still dies. It goes from here all the way up to the maximum. So there's no making progress past that without doing the Shavnak, I assume. Maybe I'll do the patients first this time.
There is a place we shall never go to.
This makes sense. People just showing up at the house would certainly be a way to get my hooks for the day. You know, Dankovsky, when Alexander told me he'd assigned an outsider doctor to fight the plague, I questioned his decision, but now I see he was right. You're doing very well. You're surprisingly friendly with me for being the person who's currently making you go cold turkey right now. I'm not giving you morphine, don't even ask. That's actually maybe an astute assumption. I spoke to the rat prophet yesterday. So, can you now attest that I am not, in fact, losing my mind? I advise you to never summon him or talk to him again. It's bad for your health. I will certainly follow your advice, Doctor, but I'm not here for that right now. Never mind the prophet. I have a very delicate matter to discuss with you. You might have met the local children, the ones that neither live in the polyhedron nor run with Notkin's gang, I mean. Yeah, I remember. Murky, Sticky, and there's another one. Shrimp, I think? Such funny names they have. Those children, yes. There is a problem. No one has seen them since yesterday. They're usually always around, but now they're just gone into thin air. I'm not the only one who noticed. My neighbors did too. Something's wrong. I was meaning to ask you to find out where they might be. I looked after them once. They do come and go like that. I wouldn't worry too much. Well, yes, they are mischievous, but something's wrong this time. They're all gone at once. This has never happened before. And there are these nasty rumors going around town about my daughter, Clara. People say she has something to do with their disappearance. It's not true, and I'm ready to testify under oath that Clara is innocent. So you're not asking me to find the children, you're asking me to divert suspicion from your daughter. I see. Are you familiar with Anna Angel? Sounds like the stage name for one of Stamerton's dancers. A horrible creature. People say many things about her. For example, that she was once part of a traveling theater troupe. She used to kidnap children and sell them. I haven't met Anna Angel yet this game, have I? Are these suspicions all have on her? Are these suspicions all you have on her, or do you actually have proof of her involvement? I personally saw her talking to them in the hindquarters yesterday. The children were on the playground, and she came up and spoke to them, and then they disappeared. Post hoc ergo propter hoc. After this doesn't mean because of this. The children disappeared after talking to a woman who's known for kidnapping children. Isn't that enough for you? I don't know. I'd like to hear her side of the story first. Have you talked to her? Of course not. I can't. She wouldn't tell me anything. She knows what I think of her. And what makes you think she'll tell me then? You're a doctor of the capital, and people in town respect you. She must know about you. Must have heard of you. I believe she will confess if you press her. Today she was seen at the Broken Heart, Stamerton's place. She goes there sometimes. At the pub, then. Fine. I'll go pay her a visit. We really are buddies with the Stamertons. One way or another, through circumstance, we end up going there basically every day. May have also been true before. Don't necessarily need to do the reload quite yet. Yelling at him. Match. Murky. No. Pawn. I was like, I thought it was Murky at first, and I was like, well, then clearly she's not missing. Doctor, my schmouter broke down. It doesn't work anymore. Can you fix it? Broke down? Even knowing what a schmouter is, I'm like, what do you mean, broke down? What did it break down into? Was this schmouter made out of complex components? It's not working. If Big Vlad throws you out, you don't work. And if you break down, you don't work either. What's a schmouter? It cures the sand pest. You take some schmauder and you're right as rain. Just, your tummy aches a bit, and there's blood in your mouth. Yeah. It seemingly is just a cocktail of pills that the children found in the first game, and they just mashed them all up together, and then they just did that. It's like it completely fucks you up and almost kills you, but it does cure the sand plague. You're like, oh, huh. I mean, given the alternatives, that might be a decent trade-off. It also might give you liver disease that you also die painfully of, though, so who knows. You still haven't explained what kind of medicine it is. Catchfly and Crowfoot made it 5 years ago. There were others, but Catchfly and Crowfoot are the ones I know. You crush and mix all the pills and you get a schmauder. It cures anything, even the sound pest. It doesn't work no more. Alia swallowed it and died anyway. Can you fix it? You're a doctor. Are you sure she didn't die of the schmauder? Are you saying someone got poisoned with your schmauder? Where's the body? They burned Alia yesterday. 3 coins on the railway and out she went. 3 coins on the railway? What does that mean? I doubt that your play medicine has any effect, but I can't rule it out. Give me your schmauder. I'll study it in my lab. What does it mean? That's the same asset from last game. A mixture of outdated, harmful, and intoxicating substances won't help against sandpest, but will cause severe kidney and liver damage. And yet it somehow cured people in the last game. Or at least the first one. I don't remember if I used Schmetter last game or not. I have a much foggier memory of the second game, partly because I didn't play it 3 times. The way that the first game entails. Where's my schmauder? Did you fix it? Tell me, girl, where'd you get this schmauder? Who told you it fights the plague? Everyone knows it fights the plague. Last time we beat the plague with schmauters. The previous epidemic was what, 5 years ago? Weren't you just a toddler then? Ask Matthew. He'll tell you. Oh, but I shouldn't have told you. He made me swear not to come to you. He promised to smash the windows in your hospital. He thinks you're a shoenack. A shoenack? What does that mean? Ah, he thought you didn't know. You don't cure people. You just take their blood to drink it. Oh, a shabnak, oh dear. No one gets better after they see you, so you're no doctor. Your schmauder doesn't help anyone. Didn't you come to me to fix it? The schmauters beat the plague last time. Catchfly and Crowfoot saved the whole town. Was it not Isidore Burrock who defeated the plague? Master Burrock helped, but it was Catchfly and Crowfoot who invented the schmauters. Where do they live? I'd like to talk to them. Not far from here, in the alley behind the theater. I don't know if Catchfly will make schmauters for you, though. She says you're a swindler who drains people's blood up, but doesn't help anyone. Someone who sells poison calling me a swindler. Ironic. Well, well, well. We've got some loose ends to follow up on. Ava, I need to talk to you. It's very funny. Oh, you spoke first. Usually you just approach me and wait for something. It's the fact that every time you click on anybody, they actually speak first. It's funny. I can't talk about this with anyone else, but I think I'm actually seeing the Shabnak. The Shabnak? In the infected districts, I keep seeing the figure of a woman. Though I'm not sure it even is a woman. She's incomplete, broken, with legs made of bone. And when she digs her nails into the earth, they rip free as bones too. There, I said it. Is she angry, or rather sad? Eva, you don't understand. I'm actually seeing her, not figuratively. I've lost my mind. The only qualified doctor in this town, the only, well, never mind. Bachelor Dankovsky, a pathetic madman. You haven't lost anything. The Shabnak is real. Your answer, and it feels like you could have said something else. And for some reason, I was hoping you'd know for sure. What? It's hard to follow. If the Shabnak actually exists or not?
Hate it when noon comes after 11. It feels much nicer after the supper.
She's just unstuck from time. All of her narration's kind of about that. I know it doesn't exist. I don't know what to do with the fact that I'm hallucinating it. If this gets out, not a single decree of mine will ever be followed again. I think you're asking the wrong question. It's as if you're bothered by what exists and what doesn't. Or by what others think. But the only thing that matters is you. The world will become what you see it is. See it as. Just observe. And it will bend or break. I don't like that. I don't want to be the center of the universe. Learning about the world as it is enriches me. Well, that's a shame. A person can't transcend their humanity if they fear equating themselves to the entire world. That's not my opinion, of course. That's Simon's. An egocentric philosophy. Amalgam. I might never need to break a single mirror. Even the ones I have broken have been maybe wasted. Let's pay a visit to the Canes. They are right here.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Volunteers, not a single leak. Did they even work? Oh, hi everybody. Not immediately sure what they're working on. Thankfully, all of the bad districts are along the borders of the map, so I should have a lot of relatively unrestricted movement this time.
You're too high strung.
Until I specifically have to go to those spots, which for all I know the story will point me straight at, but we'll see. Hey, that's exactly the resource I'm trying to gather usually. Now I'm trying to remember, where's that one in Riverside box where I go down some stairs? Which map is that on? Is it like out behind the houses here? Not terrible. Might even be manageable for just running straight into the plague and trying to solve the problem right now. Is it over here? Yeah. There's a lot of free little bits of supplies in this map. And it's refilled. And it's more matches and more nuts. Which themselves can become more matches. Not a bad sitch. They litigating more justice in here. Such different people. Which one was the accused? Who's the victim? Such different people and an Eldong. I think you can still count him a people. Not a human, but still a person.
I'm too old. Nothing can harm me anymore.
Bachelor, you have come. I was not certain you would, yet as I see, you are in earnest about grasping Simon, about understanding his manner of thought. The accused are already waiting for us, but first answer me this. What do you believe in? In scientific knowledge alone. Any other belief in the is the province of fanatics. Is that so? You are quite categorical. Simon said that categorical judgments are dangerous. They deprive the mind of flexibility. Today we shall decide the fate of 3 accused. Acting in collusion, they broke into a tailor's house and appropriated a number of valuable items. Lies! We found nothing worth taking in that hovel. Well, they did break in then. The owner was at home, and he died of a ruptured heart in the very midst of the crime. At least you are not lying about that. He dropped dead on his own. Nothing to do with us. How can it have nothing to do with you? He died because you broke into his home. The tailor was a miser. Lived like dirt, but sat on piles of money. Loved counting coins, hated spending them. The neighbor said he would be out, so I climbed in. And there he was, snoring in bed, the bastard. He woke up, saw us, and then started wheezing. Dropped dead right there. What good is money now? What can you even buy with it? I was hungry, that's all. You lot at the town hall eat your fancy cuts and write your damn decrees, while I hadn't had a crumb in my mouth for 3 days. I even dug through trash heaps. Nothing there either. We are acknowledging the idea that the bachelor is eating just fine for free, and that he doesn't have to, like, figure out the whole economy like in the first game. What will you say, bachelor? Are you capable of weighing the measure of their guilt upon your inner scales? How much doubt will you place upon them, and how much mercy? The two of them have spoken, but why is the Odong silent? Ene mini zeme. I am guilty, Shike. He saw me, and Bodo crushed his heart with the hoofs of her bulls. Ene mine zeme. I am a disgrace. Bieke eshgai bujarlab. It seems the Odong is the only one of the 3 whose conscience truly torments him. What do you know about conscience, you capital rat? Think we broke in because life's so easy? You think it doesn't gnaw at us? It gnaws, alright. But hunger gnaws harder than conscience. And what would you know? You'd only read about hunger in books, you swine. I only came here because I believed in utopia. They promised a town that lived as one body, where everyone works for the future. And the tailor hid his money. That means he stole it from the town. I needed that money to keep building the utopia. So she believed in the idea that this land is a utopia, which if I remember correctly is the original name of the game. In the original language, it functionally translates to utopia. And they're referring to like the bull who is the whole or something like that. Whole is in WHOLE. The entirety. The city is itself a bull, and it's all like one collective organism. But nope. That egalitarian effort towards a utopia is very much at odds with the leadership, the hierarchy, and the slavery that happens around here. So you meant to build a utopia at the tailor's expense. He earned that money with his own labor. No utopia gives you the right to take it. Yeah, and both versions of the answer have to be against the idea of redistribution of wealth regardless. Simon truly did dream of building a town that would become a crucible. A town where different people and convictions could live in peace, contemplating and enriching one another. He oriented himself toward the truth of each individual. And for that, he was respected by all, worms and signs alike. Simon was wiser than me. I don't believe in utopias, nor that it is possible to orient oneself by the truth of every person. There are too many truths. What do you think Simon would have done? How would he have dealt with these people? How would he have resolved this dispute? Release the Odon, feed the man, send the woman to a construction site somewhere. If she wishes to build a utopia, let her build it with her own hands. Victor would have called your approach differential, selective mercy with a pinch of irony. I'm glad you do not strike rashly and apply the same measure to all. But you'll judge them yourself, will you not? You aren't simply going to take my words as the verdict. I have not yet decided. I am still weighing their guilt upon my inner scales. And you, Bachelor, have helped me adjust those scales just now. Come the day after tomorrow, there will be another dispute for you. Perhaps the last on the path to understanding Simon. I do not yet understand where these lessons are leading. Perhaps one day I will. Interesting statue. I didn't comment on the time, by the way, but I did take note on the fact that the Eva commented on the fact that the plague took the form of angels last game. She specifically acknowledges that, like it's canon. I keep talking about a plague 5 years ago, and considering how they sometimes describe the first game functionally, it's easy to come to the conclusion that they might be talking about the first game. But I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure that in the first game also there had been a previous plague a few years ago. Isidore definitely didn't save us from the plague in the first game. He was dead in that one too.
The town dribbles.
It's interesting looking back on the creation of Pathologic 2 and how it was meant to be a remake of the original game.
Things everywhere.
Which the whole series has kind of become remakes of the original game in a way. But it was meant to be a one-for-one remake of the original game, but then they wanted to diverge and change so much of it that they then were like, let's give them two different kinds of reboots. They then gave us the HD re-release, retranslated version of Pathologic Classic HD, and then gave us Pathologic 2, which was it's like a remake, except every quest is completely different and so on. It just overall has a story that echoes the previous game, which is an interesting approach. I compare it to Zelda fairly regularly because Zelda games also kind of have a similar thing where it's like so many of them feature Zelda and Link and Ganon or Ganondorf and probably a Master Sword, and just like a lot of really specific elements repeat from game to game. But they're not normally actually a remake. And almost the entire franchise is retellings of similar premises. Not necessarily similar stories. Most of the game can play out pretty differently. But the starting premise and even cast of characters often start from a pretty similar starting point. I'm back. In the place with all my bros. Admittedly, whatever chats we have here are going to probably take a while. Is that the woman I've been looking for all game? No, that's Anna Angel, right? Who I was sitting here to talk to. Yeah. I briefly was like, hang on a minute. A cloaked figure. Could it finally be the other character? Alright, we'll have to talk to these characters next episode because these are not short chats.